Well, hello there. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I want to welcome you to Spoken Word Vibes with Anita Caprice, also known as Artist Angel. And this afternoon, this morning, this evening, what I'd like to do, I had the notion to just come on and read some pieces from a book that I have. And this is To See the World in a Grain of Sand. And this book was given to me in November of 1975. So what I'd like to do is to the music of Zen D, something that I created some time ago for a very dear friend of mine. I'd like to play that in the background. And then the pieces that I'd like to read and share with you will be Being and Becoming. So that's the chapter that I'd like to read. I'm just going to do that for about 10 minutes, and I hope you enjoy it. And this is Being and Becoming. All right, so let's get this music. Don't want it too loud. Okay. Well, maybe not. I don't know what happened here. So let's see here. We're going to try this again. Okay, thank you for your patience. This is new. You know, you try something. Yeah, this is Zen D, also known as Zen in the key of D. All right, To See the World in a Grain of Sand, an anthology. And I am going to be reading the chapter of Being and Becoming. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Thank you so much. To see the world in a grain of sand, and in heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. This is by William Blake. Life is not a having and a getting. It is a being and a becoming. Matthew Arnold. Christian Bovee says, doubt whomever you will, but never doubt yourself. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. When I was young and felt so small, and frightened for the world was tall, and even grasses seemed to me a forest of immensity, until I learned that I would grow, and glance would leave them far below. Spanning a tree's bright with my eye, suddenly I soared as high, and fixing on a star I grew. I pushed my head against the blue. Still, like a singing lark I find rapture to leave the grass behind. And sometimes standing in a crowd, my lips are cool against a cloud. Hamlin Garland writes, do you fear the wind? Do you fear the force of the wind, the slash of the rain? Go face them and fight them, be savage again. Go hungry and cold like the wolf, go wade like the crane. The palms of your hands will thicken, the skin of your cheek will tan. You'll grow ragged and weary and swarthy, but you'll walk like a man. God gives every bird his food, but he doesn't throw it in the nest. Ooh. like that. God gives every bird his food, but he does not throw it in the nest. Josiah Gilbert Holland. William Blake says, the angel that presided o'er my birth said, little creature formed of joy and mirth, go, love without the help of anything on earth. And let us be of good cheer, however remembering that the misfortunes hardest to hear are those that never come. And that's by James Russell Lowell. A big dog saw a little dog chasing its tail and asked, why are you chasing your tail so? Said the puppy. I've mastered philosophy. I have solved the problems of the universe which no dog before me has rightly solved. I have learned that the best thing for a dog is happiness, and that happiness is my tail. Therefore, I'm chasing it, and when I catch it, I shall have happiness. Said the old dog, my son, I too have paid attention to the problems of the universe in my weak way, and I have formed some opinions too. I too have judged that happiness is a fine thing for a dog, and that happiness is in my tail. But I have noticed that when I chase after it, it keeps running away from me. But when I go about my business, it comes after me. And that is by C.L. James. To see the world in a grain of sand. Rudyard Kipling writes, we have 40 million reasons for failure, but not one single excuse. Being and becoming. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, the best lighting rod for your protection is your own spine. That's a wonderful character builder. The kingdom of man. Our world is the world within. Our life is the thought we take. And never an outer sin can mar it or break. Brood not on the richest man's land, sigh not for the miser's gold. Holding in reach of your own hand is the treasure untold, that lies in the minds of heart, that rests in the soul alone. Bid worry and care depart. Come into your own. The Kingdom of Man. John Kendrick Bangs. This is Being and Becoming. Marcus Aurelius, he writes, put an end once and for all to this discussion of what a good man should be, and just be. Be the good man. Marcel Pagnol says, the most difficult secret for a man to keep is his own. The most difficult secret for a man to keep is his own opinion of himself. Being and becoming. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, okay, here's a nice one, kind of long. Here's Elizabeth Countsworth. I did some men, so let me do some women here. Swift things are beautiful. And again, I hope you are enjoying the music in the background. This is a creation by yours truly. It is titled Zen D, also known as Zen in the Key of D. Swift things are beautiful, shallows and dear, and lightning that falls, bright vein and clear. Rivers and meteors, a wind in the wheat, the strong withered horse, the runner's sure feet. And slow things are beautiful, the closing of the day, The pause of the wave, the curves downward to spray, the ember that cumbrows the opening flower, and the ox that moves on in the quiet of power. Never lose an opportunity of seeing anything that is beautiful, for beauty is God's handwriting, a wayside sacrament. That is Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's lemonade, it's Daisy. It's a roller coaster skating grinding day. It's Granum Wisted chocolate flavored lazy, with the children flowers scattered at their play. It's the sun like watermelon and the sidewalks overlaid, with a glaze of yellow like a jar of lemonade. It's the mower gently moving and the stars like startling glass, whilst the mower keeps on going through the water grass of grass. Then the rich magenta evening like a sauce upon the walk, and the porches softly swinging with a hammerhawk of talk. It's the hobo at the corner with the lilac snifting gait and the sky departing thunder of the fast departing skate. It's lemonade, it's April, a water sprinkler puddle wrinkling time, when a boy who pedals slowly with a smile remote and holy sells you April chocolate flavored for a dime. Being and Becoming, Emily Dickerson. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life of aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Give me no more than homely words and kindly thoughts to build my house, no more than what is given the birds, or less than might be loaned a mouse. Robert Nathan. Martin Luther. God writes the gospel not in the Bible alone, but on trees and flowers and clouds and stars. Vacation is over. It's time to depart. I must leave behind, although it breaks my heart. Tadpoles in the pond, a can of eels, a leaky rowboat, abandoned car wheels. For I'm packing only necessities, a month of sunsets and 2 apple trees. It is great to be great, but it is greater to be human. Will Rogers. And Lenore, this last one, Lenore Candle, she says, wonder, wonder, in the afternoon, the children walk like ducks, like geese, like from here to there, eyeing bird trees, puppy dogs, candle windows, sunballs, ice cream wagons, ladybugs, rose bushes, fence yards, vacant lots, tall buildings, and other things. Big businessmen, big talk business walks, wear big business clothes, carry big business briefcase, talk about my business affairs in big business voices. Young girls walk pretty in the streets, stroll the avenues, linger by, shop windows, wedding rings, lady hats, shiny dresses, fancy shoes, whisper like turkey hens pausing the time. Young men stride on parades, dream-headed, wild-eyed, eating up the world, with deep glances, rubbing empty fingers in their empty pockets and planning me. I wander around, soft-shoed, easy-legged, watching the scene as it grows, finding things, seagull feathers, pink baby roses, Every time I see a letter on the sidewalk, I stop and look. It might be for me. Yes. Being and becoming. To see the world in a grain of sand. To be able to look at the world through rose-colored glasses. To stop and take a breath and marvel at the sun. Marvel at the wind that we can feel and we can see it through the activity and the movement of life around us. That is the breath. That is the rhythm. That is the harmony. That is our oneness with the universe. And that's my last take on being and becoming. Thank you so much. I truly hope you enjoyed this sharing of this read, To See a World in a Grain of Sand. I'm going to be doing that more often. I truly enjoyed that. All right. Well, we know that the journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I know you know my soul beautiful sister. I know you know my soul beautiful brother. So are you. Touch on that trust and tap into you. Blessings. Until next time. Blessings, peace, and love.